It's destination. You about to get some education. We about to hit you with some knowledge like you're going to college. What's my name? What's my name? It's destination. What's my name? What's my name? It's destination.
Whoa!
It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Yes, sir. Woo!
What's my name? What's my name?
Say it.
It's destination. What's my name? What's my name? It's destination.
Yes, sir. I know y'all hear them horns. It sounds so good. But anyways, thank you for tuning in to another EP episode. This is the Wednesday Word with the More Destination TV. And I have a great word for you. All right. But before we get into that word, I would love to introduce this young lady at this time, okay? She's family, so you have to welcome her in, okay? Because she's family, all right? I don't play about my family, okay? But anyways, welcome at this time, Miss Shanice. Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Dexter. I'm glad to be here. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. I'm glad to have you. So, before we, do a full welcome, because I know you guys want to get to know who she is, okay? Because even I want to know what she do. But before we go into that, Miss Shanice, tell the people, what's the word of the day?
The word of the day is choice.
Woo! Say it one more time. I couldn't hear you.
Choice.
Say it to the people all the way in the back.
Choice.
Yes, ma'am. A choice means an act of selecting or making a decision, okay, when faced with two or more possibilities, all right? So, Miss Shanice, like I asked all my other guests, what would you give your definition on the word? What?
Choice.
She was a little late, but please tell me your definition. You gotta be on cue. Let's go. Give me your definition, please, ma'am.
Okay, when I think of the word choice, I think of the word freedom. Freedom to have, different options to choose from. You don't just have one thing to pick. You have several options. So you have the freedom to choose.
Yes. And so, choices can determine our life, can they not? Choices can let us end up in jail or in the what, I mean, choices is huge, but I got a funny question. So if mommy told Johnny, okay, not to go to this party, but Johnny knew there was a chance to win 10K at the party, should Johnny go? Should Johnny go to the party? Listen, if there was a chance to win 10K at the party, but mom told Johnny not to go, do you think Johnny should go?
Off top, Johnny shouldn't go.
Really? But we talking about 10K, not 1K, not 2K, not $500. I'm talking about 10K. If there was a chance.
Off top, Johnny shouldn't go, but it goes back to choices. He got the choice to choose to go or to choose not to go, but he has to deal with the consequence of going.
Consequence. You hear that? Consequence. Sometimes your consequence. Hey, listen. That 10K may not be worth it because you just might not make it. Every day we have to make a choice. Am I right? Just like I had to make a choice to get on this podcast with you, Miss Lovely. And sometimes the choices we can it can put us on our lives. You know what I'm saying? Our lives can be on it.
Absolutely.
I had someone told me the other day, if somebody said something about my mom on social media, would I pull up? And you know what I said? I said no. And they thought I was crazy. Because that's the thing. So many young people in our generation are dying right now because they pulled up. Ooh, that sounded so good. See, they let it get in their head. See, one thing we have to realize, good people, is not every choice you think is great is great. Okay, just because you feel like you need to get revenge, that doesn't mean it's necessarily the right thing. Because sometimes your choices can lead you to 6 feet under. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Anything you want to add on to it, man?
Well, you know, I'm quite sure you gave that individual another perspective on how to, you know, approach that situation. Because, you know, young people, you know, they tend to, you know, act impulsively. They don't think before they act.
Come on, say it ain't so. Come on now.
Before they act, you know, they have to deal with that choice of, you know, making that decision to, you know, just think about it. So I'm quite sure, you know, you gave them a different perspective of how to approach that.
Right. And I'm gonna preach a little bit because sometimes when we hang around bad company, it corrupts what? Mm-hmm. Good habits. Mm-hmm. Good habits. So sometimes we really seriously have to be careful, because sometimes the things other people do, it can jump back on us, and then we start making the what? Bad choices. So today I want to encourage you on this bright and rainy Wednesday. I want to tell you guys this. We have to make the right choices. Why? Because first of all, young people are watching. And then sometimes if our older folks are starting to do things, that's when the young folks start to look at us. You know what I'm saying? So it starts off when you're young. So those, we can't be making bad choices and then expect the kids not to do the same thing we doing. Am I right?
You're right.
Come on. Okay. So Miss Shanice, have you ever made choices to where you wish you can go back and change? And can you tell me why?
Absolutely, yes. I made so many choices that I could go back and change. And the reason I would want to go back and change, because, you know, I had to deal with those consequences. Mm-hmm. I had to deal with the results of my actions.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I will, you know, definitely like to go back and change some of the things that I did wrong. And if I can't do it, I would like to reach out back to the young people and be like, don't make that choice, don't make that decision, because here.
Can I cut you off right quick?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but so why? Okay, so you telling me you would go back and make those changes because you wouldn't want to deal with the consequence? Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let me can I tell you this? But because I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the reason why I don't, because I feel like the choices we made and the consequences that we had in the past made us better now.
Absolutely.
Because I believe we were supposed to go through those things. You know, sometimes we were supposed to go through them bad stages. Sometimes we were supposed to live through that gangster life, maybe. Because maybe as we got older, it kind of matured us, and I believe God put us in that predicament then because He won't want us going through it now. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my perspective of it. But you know,
and that's true. That's true. It has some truth to it. Everybody have their own, you know, path to walk, and everybody have to deal with their own consequences on that path. But, you know, I was reflecting back on that Johnny situation. We are told not to, and then those results, those consequences we have to deal with. So if I could go back and change the ones where they told me not to do it,
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Hey, I'm just about trying to make sure we on one accord. But yeah, you're right. Well, hey, I don't want to make it too long, but on this Wednesday, I ask that you meditate on every decision you make, okay? Because I believe choices come with decisions, all right? Decisions come with discipline, all right? So on this good Wednesday, we done talking about choices. I appreciate you, Miss Shanice, on giving the good word about choices, because I believe it's very important. So first of all, y'all give a hand clap. Give a hand clap for Miss Shanice. She over there laughing. But give a hand clap. But
thank you.
But seriously, as you go on today, the shirt looks too tight, but please make the right choices, okay? Because I don't want to see somebody on the news. I'm tired of seeing bad news. Can we see some good news, please? I mean, can we see somebody helping another person on the news? You know what I'm saying? Let's make good choices today, okay? Because sometimes your choices can affect others, All right, and we don't need everybody getting affected because we already had COVID. No more infections. All right. So, Miss Shanice, can you tell me more about yourself and tell me who you are? And I see you starting a business because I see I'm tagged in several of them. So tell me about your business. I would love to hear about what you do. Please tell me, man.
So I am getting ready to launch my t-shirt business. My t-shirt business will be launching, yes, on July 28th. Finally, it is happening. So I'm grateful for that. And it is Epiphany, I Am Worth It. And that is the name on all social media platforms. And that is actually the website. Pre-launch day will be July 21st, which is next week. And I'm super excited for that. So yes, Epiphany, I Am Worth It will be launching on July 28th.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. Yes.
July 28th. So why July 28th? Is that a special day? You just...
I just gave myself 30 days.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Yes, it's launching. So I'm grateful about that. And I have other things that I'm tiptoeing into. So I have a lot of things lined up right now.
And man, so what inspired you to do this brand?
Just one day I was just sitting there and I was just thinking about which direction I want to go in life. And I just had this sudden realization that, that's what epiphany means. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm worth more than this and I'm worth more than that. Let me do me. Let me do me.
Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that's just happen. Like with this podcast I'm doing, it just ding me. I'm just sitting down and I seen this quote the other day. I believe creative people need to just sit down and relax sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're doing too much, you don't have any ideas sometimes. Sometimes we just need to sit down and think. Because when we do that, we're going to make the right choices. You see what I did there? But, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, can you tell me the website exactly? Or do you have a website yet or coming soon?
I do, and it is www.epiphanyIamworthit.com.
Epiphany. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to definitely have to look that up because I definitely don't know how to spell it. But I can't wait. All right.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. But just because I'm saying that doesn't mean you're done yet. Because I have a random trivia question for you, Miss Shanice.
It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Yes, ma'am. And you have 30 seconds. Notice I said 30, not 20. Not 10, not a minute. 30. All right? I'm not gonna lie, these 30 seconds go by quick, so you have to be quick and make the right choice. All right. Here we go. What country, you know what a country is, right? I'm pretty sure. What country invented tea? Oh, you got a little extra time. My timer didn't start when I clicked it.
Britain?
No. Nope. You got 15 seconds, man. 15. Come on. You got 5. You got 5 seconds. Just say any country. It's too many. Woo.
Can't remember. Can't recall.
No. China. China. Yes, man. I did this question last week, but he didn't get it. Try to see what you gonna get it. It's all right. I appreciate you. I appreciate you though for coming on the show. It was a great talk. I believe it was a great talk. Y'all give a hand clap one more time. Because if you don't, if I don't see you clapping, you're jealous, and I don't like that. Because right now you're not making the right choices. So clap. 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 I don't see you clapping. But you need to go wipe that little crust off your face. I know it's early in the morning, but go clean that. All right. But thank you so much, Miss Shanice. I really appreciate you. Any more further things you have to say? The floor is yours.
Let's make the right choice. Let's make the right choices daily. Let's make the right choice.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all heard it. Make the right choices daily. All right. Well, right now, it's my choice to end this. And I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We gonna jam it out. All right, here we go.
It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.